CeeLo killed this shit.
I wanna know your name, wanna know everything about you, girl. Wanna know your name. I wanna know your name, wanna know everything about you, girl. Wanna know your name. I wanna know your name, wanna know everything about you, girl. Wanna know your name. I wanna know your name, wanna know everything about you, girl. Wanna know your name. I wanna know your name, wanna know everything about you, girl. Wanna know your name. I wanna know your name, wanna know, baby, wanna know how. Wanna know your name. I wanna know.
What's your name?
Yo, what's good, gamers? I have no fucking idea what to expect, but I saw this game, right? I bought it and the second one. I'm gonna play both of them bitches. Let's ball. It was psychological horror. Full screen my shit. I'm gonna get immersed. One sec. Let's see.
Lethal Company data or just like that whole folder?
Ooh. Spooky. Bro, I'm playing more spooky shit in December than I did in fucking October. What's good, Stone? What's good, Fallen? What's good, Knight? What's good, Goblin? Tried editing my DPI speed and fucked my whole mouse layout. I literally cannot fix it. Damn. Why you just touch shit, bro? Stop touching shit. Why can't I see my mouse cursor anymore? I can't see my cursor. Did the thingy fuck with that? Nani? Oh, there we go. Why? There we go. Why can I not see my cursor? Like,
And I checked with
what the fuck?
Yep. It's the-
I don't. It's not letting me see it. What the fuck are you doing? I'm about to tweak. Okay, we ball. Wait, no.
When it like first looked it.
Are we in? Okay. Bonus. Your model became darker? I know, we're getting immersed. It's gonna match the game window. I want to be a pretty mercy, but now I'm a sad soldier. Get fucked. Wait, were you trying to up the DPI so you could spin faster? Okay. Let's get immersed, gang. Okay. I walk down the road. I want to full screen the game on my shit, but it just fucking removes my cursor when I do that. I don't know why, and I'm getting pissed. I walk down the road to the store and rehearse my speech.
Follow properly.
It's been so long since I've been out of the house that I completely forgot the words to say when entering a store. I'm going to the store. Who are you talking to? Was someone mocking me? Who are you talking to? I'm imagining as if I were a character in a game. What if it helps me gather my thoughts? What game? Well, you know. There are games where you can see the character's thoughts right on the screen, you know? So I thought, if someone is reading my mind, I need to be very focused so I don't blurt out too much. Haha. Take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I... Crap, I forgot. 19th attempt? and I'm failing again. I bite my lip in frustration. So once again, hello, can I get... That's a whole word more. Thank you, I'm trying my best. I think this time, the I sound was longer than usual. Do you think that's it? Who knows? Hello, can I... I wish I hadn't said anything. Haha, loser. Don't worry. Okay. By the way, you've been talking with your left foot... Or you've been walking with your left foot on the pavement and your right foot on the grass for a full minute now. What? My right foot is frozen in the air. How much? 50 steps on the pavement and 51 in the grass. You have to undo the previous step. Hee hee hee. How do you imagine that? It's not the first time this has happened. You've been taught the right way, haven't you? You're so stupid. That's fucked. I don't remember. I'm ready to burst into tears. Here we go again. So, step 1. Take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Wait a minute. What do you mean step 1? What then? But it's already the 52nd. Or wait, I'm going backwards. So then it's the 50th? It doesn't add up. Okay. Step 50. Take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Could you rephrase it just a little bit? You can't just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word. People don't talk like that. You're hopeless. Make it sound like it's my fault. The store closes in an hour, so you'll be very, very guilty if you don't buy milk. Damn, really? Well, are you ready? Hell yeah. I carefully move my foot backwards, looking carefully into the dense grass. What's going on? I have no fucking idea, bro. What's good? Twisted? Prank him, John. I'm out. I ain't a horror game fan. Good luck. All good, bro. I don't even know if this is horror yet. I don't know what's happening yet. But I appreciate you pulling up. I'll see you later, brother. Have a good night. Goblin, are you a foot enjoyer now? It's not what you expect. I don't know what... I'm going into this completely blind. I've never seen anyone play it or anything. It will be horror with me around. Bro, no more jump scare shits. That was fucking me up last night. Okay. As I enter the store, I turn to the first person I see. Hello, can I? Oh. Excuse me, what? Oh. Excuse me, what? Oh. Excuse me, what? Oh. It's getting bigger. Excuse me, what? Oh. He's tweaking. I clicked him. Nani. Did I fuck up? You shouldn't have done that. He's obviously not going to change his lines. You run the risk of ending up in an endless loop. What if I just don't answer? Are we just gonna loop? What is he trying to tell you? He's trying to scare me, but how does he know that I'm terrified by the letter O? What's so scary about it? I have a frightening image when I picture it in my head. I can show you, explaining won't be enough, but keep in mind that it'll call... Nani? Something like that. What the fuck? So I'll just continue to ignore his question. What? What? Bro, he's tweaking. I gather all my will into a fist. Oh? Oh. My interlocutor shook and crawled away. You just repeated after him, and it worked. Do it more often. Wait. I said he crawled away, did he? Really crawl away? I mean, I couldn't even look in his direction. What the fuck is happening, bro? When exactly did you say that? Just now. Personally, I didn't hear it. You're just trying to distract me. But I know that my words were never shown on the screen. What the fuck? Why is this game self-aware? Bro just said, fuck it, I'm out. I'm standing by the shelves. On the rack there are bags of milk. We both stand, and the milk lies? Or maybe. Hey, slow down. Do you even remember why you're here? To buy milk. So buy it. Right here? What do you expect me to say? I guess something like, not here? Not here. Take the bag and go to the cash register. I guess the first sentence. And you, as if out of spite, didn't pause before the second one. You want to rob me of my little victories. I sigh and reach out to take the milk, or rather, the bag with the milk inside. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside. Come on, bruh. Tweaking. 15 minutes before the store closes. Hurry up. I remembered what these games are called. Visual novels. Why is it so self-aware? And by the way, the numbers are written there in full with letters. Are visual novels worse than books? But the authors are not lazy. So don't get lazy either. Wait. I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore. So watch your mouth. Anyway, you heard me. Hurry up or you'll get it at home again. I'm on my way. Hello. Can I get some milk, please?
I had it for the shop.
You have it. Give.
Had it for like
I put a weighty bag on the register. Of course, not just the bag, but the milk too. Hi. Sounds like GBA OST. I kind of fuck with it, low-key. This game feels like the two brain cells in my head communicating. It's weird so far, bro. It's like really self-aware, or at least trying to be. This game is like those dreams you have every night and never remember. You're not wrong, bro. You're spitting. Hi, can I have it, please? No. Please? No. But please. Mom will throw me out of the window if I get back without milk. No. But why not? Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. What? I hate you, you're pathetic. Pay for the milk. Pay for the milk. Haha, really? What would I do without you? Take a crumpled bill out of my pocket and hand it to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. Took about 2 days before he nodded contently and put it in the cash register. Thank you, goodbye. What the fuck? I walk down a familiar street past the gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly tugs at my hand, reminding me of the days when I was in physical therapy. By the way, they gave me a bag at the checkout, so now I'm carrying a bag of milk in another bag. Don't think anything of it. I just love the pyramidal structure of verbal constructions. The gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thank you for your interest. I feel like a mile-long bar of ice cream. What is that supposed to mean? As if I'd tell you. But I'm interested. Well, look. The ratio of water to milk and the volume of air occupied by me is about 30 to 1. And yeah, ice cream is not the best unless you want to drink more than eat. Anyway, the road from the store to the gas station is a stick. And the road from the gas station to home is ice cream. During today's walk, my body has been to every part of this path. Simple math. Alright, bro. I see. I feel movement under my feet, asphalt grains, petrol stains. I'm trying to keep my balance, and how do people move over something as uneven as the city plane? Bro, this game has me thinking that I'm like dumb. Like, these sentences don't make sense. Lore video is gonna go crazy. Gently, heel, toe. I count in my mind every meter of the path I walk. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out. Ah? I unconsciously take a sharp step to the side. At the same moment, a huge bear rushes past me with a wild screech. Hey, I'm walking here. I cast a reproachful glance at the swiftly departing giant. Its red eyes, in turn, look at me with mockery. Did you see that? How brazen. It was a truck. Oh, really? Although, if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their heads? You could have died. Those were tail lights. Come on, are you saying someone would seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? The world is a cruel and dangerous place. I'm not in the world you're talking about. What? My journey continues. If you think about it, the road from the store has been one interesting property. It adjusts to me in the most bizarre ways. When I'm in a hurry, all the traffic lights turn off helpfully. When I feel like crying, a cloud appears over me and pours rain streams that hide my tears. Right now I can feel a cloud slowly gathering over the top of my head. I'm sad. Are you sure this is really happening?
Not what you expected? I'm cute as hell, so who cares?
Ballin'? Hey, yo. This man, he boosted the Discord twice, now he's subbing. What a fucking go. And he got VIP today. You're so... I fuck with you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. When you finish it, I can help with a bit... Or help a bit with explanation. Oh, yeah. I'm also gonna try and play the second one tonight, too, if this doesn't take fucking forever. But I appreciate the sub, bro. Primers. Prime Gaming. What else could it be? Has it ever occurred to you that it's all just in your head? It's not what the manual said at all. Apparently, these pills don't work for me either. The pills have nothing to do with it. Please, I just want to get home and go to bed. I really, really am very grateful to you, but please no more. You have to accept the truth. The truth of what? No. You know what? What? Since I'm a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever's reading this right now. Oh shit. Oh shit. It could hurt your recovery. Fuck it, if you say so. What's good? Forcefully squeeze my head with my hands and place a thought block. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bench, the perfect place for cliched visual novel monologues. I move closer, place a noticeably weighted bag of milk next to it, and raise my head to the sky. Listen, I'm a little embarrassed. I realize that I'm going crazy. The medications are becoming less and less effective, so... Ultimately, things will happen painlessly, I hope. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, I get to type. I get to type. It's more like an intro to the second game, a character introduction. Okay. I'm the reader. Wake up now. What are we at? Or what is she talking about? She's sick? I'm gonna say... You're sick? But I can't type too much. I'm assuming it's just supposed to be yes or no. I'm gonna say no. Please capitalize it. You're ruining the narrative. Oh, my fault, OG. Well, I'm not really surprised. I must be nothing like the model protagonist at all, huh? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it because now it costs me a lot of effort just to distinguish between letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I'd rather not name my diagnosis. Let at least you be the one who sees me for who I am. Even though I made you up, don't take that away from me, okay? Don't ask me for too much. How stupid does this all seem? From the very beginning, you've been following me, reading my delusional thoughts, hearing my silly conversations. I must seem crazy and weird to you. What is it like to see the world through my eyes? Ever since something happened, all I see is red. Red blood everywhere. So this is all blood? No, don't worry about me. I got used to it a long time ago. Admittedly, I'd even forgotten what other colors look like. Come on. Those monsters from the store, they didn't scare me at all. After all, I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think that they themselves are afraid of me. Can you imagine that? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Promise? Okay. I'm serious. Of course, you couldn't help but ask. I didn't ask! I didn't ask! Drink it? Fuck it. Drink milk. Yeah, I think all the red shit is blood. I guess the purple shit is like lighting type shit. More protein. Milk go crazy. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later I would have brought it up. So you're really that interested in what happened to me? I won't waste time. What do you see? I don't know. I mean, if she can't see, or like, I'm assuming this is blood, so I'm just gonna say blood. Anyway, this is my dad. What? Some of his parts, at least. We don't have a very difficult family, but despite all the problems, I never would have thought. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. Anyway, he jumped out the window and died. So I was right. This is my last memory, then a long gap. Strange, very strange. Today is the first time I've ever been able to buy something in a store without a major incident. Of course, the medicine helped me, however. I think it's more your merit. I kept thinking, we mustn't screw up in front of the reader, or oh my god, what will he think? I don't know why I decided to become a visual novel character for the sake of going to the store today, but it clearly paid off. Thank you. By the way, it seems to me that there are some boundaries in our communication. That's how I like it. Remove the border, fuck it. So we've been dying, or we're dying? Her dad was dead, and then something happened to where there was a long gap, and now we're on medication. Maybe all we see is blood because the dad event was so traumatizing or some shit. See someone holding a guitar, but that shit didn't look like anything. Think you're schizo or something. Fallen, it's time to take your medicine, bro. Wake up. Wake up. He needs to get his perk 30 privileges revoked. No more perkies, bro. Especially at 10 p.m. And yet, I've been so sad lately. I've been thinking more and more about what my life has become ever since my dad, well, you know, day after day it's the same thing. I've tried so many medications that I hardly feel any difference between them anymore. As long as they help keep me on my feet, I'm happy. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. There's so much I want. Damn, I was reading that. Very rude of you. Oh no. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm just advising you to go home. I understand. Well, dear reader, shall we go? Let's head out. Where the fuck? When I get to my floor, I hang over the railing. Repeating this action every day like a ritual, I stopped being afraid of heights altogether. A few minutes ago, the effects of my medicine finally wore off, so I just enjoy the blissful silence. When I'm under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head, mixing with the sounds of the world around me. They create a terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. Thank you. Stop. Who is bro? This is mom. This is mom. Did you bring the milk? Hi, mom. Did you bring the milk? Yes, mom. Did your new medicine help? Yes, mom. Go to bed. Yes, mom. Why that bitch so ugly? Wait, is that it? Is that the game? Or do I have to go and milk bought? We bought the milk.
Just go to demos.
That was the game? Try to be less helpful? There's multiple endings. Yeah, okay. I'll just be an asshole this time. Okay, so I'm not gonna read unless I choose a different dialogue option. What's good, Moss? Go boot up the next game? Hold on, let's see after this. It's just mental health game. What did you expect? I didn't know that. So we're drugged by the mom, and mom did the ending of the pop? Shit, I wouldn't doubt it. Alright, shut up and go already. Hey, aren't you supposed to help me? Take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I? Crap, I forgot. Loser. Don't insult me, please. You're so stupid. This bitch is tweaking. Looks like bonus doesn't help me at all. I guess I'll try something else next time. Again? I hope we can do it this time. I walk down the road to the store and rehearse my speech. Do I need to do another run? It's a game about the struggle of personality disorder or something. I don't remember. Got you. I'm not gonna lie, these psychological games are always the best in the lore videos. They really are. I need to play Omori too. I'll add that to the list. Want the full explanation? Sure. But okay, we don't need to play again. Let me see, how much is Omori? Oh, we got all 3 achievements. Are my brain cells working or not? Let's see, Omori. I've heard nothing but good things about that. $20. Is that worth? Yeah, the reviews are all overwhelmingly positive. We can look into it. Just like Walking Dead. No, Walking Dead was a clusterfuck. And I'm mad as fuck that I'm stuck with it. Alright, let's swap games. This one's called Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Make for a good stream. Yeah, I'm down to play it. At the start, you're naming something. It is a drug. You are the side effect of the drug she tries, and you help her to pick the answers as she's trying to cope with reality by imagining herself that she's in a visual novel. Oh shit. I would have never gathered that. Right now I'm trying to think if there were any cues in the game that like made that obvious, but I can't really think. It's worth. I genuinely never played it. I just watched an amazing lore video. Yeah, I'm down to play it. I'll wait until I'm done with like the games I have planned now. I'm actually gonna add that to my stream games list in the Discord, just so I don't forget. I'm also gonna add these that I just finished to my completed games list in the Discord. I unfortunately have to put Walking Dead on here. Okay. She did mention the visual novel. Well, yeah, that was obvious.
You can host.
There was no meta, no fourth wall break, only her imagining a reader and talking basically with herself and you picking the answers. Okay, so she was just acting like, okay, I get it. She had her own shit going on. Catherine, yeah, gotta get that. I'm not even sure, like, I'm really excited to play Tactica, but like, I don't know, bruh. I want to play other stuff. I want to play other stuff. It's not that the game is bad, because it definitely isn't. Game contains flashing images and touches on heavy topics. Take care. I think we actually got milk. Mom was just tweaking.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a stroke, please. It's so loud.
Hey, yo. Bro, up the budget.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
48, 49, 50, 51. So this is just the first game. Yeah, this is just the first game. In a cutscene. I need to see Mom.
I can hear myself through his mic. I'm gonna kill him.
Bruh. Mama's tweaking. Definitely off the perkies. The first game looked like a retro GB color haunted game. We were in her head. Now it's an anime adaptation type production. It was made in 3 days by a single person for a visual novel game jam. They did pretty good. New game. It's just loud. I need to turn down the volume. If I can. Okay. Let me sip my Capri Sun and then we'll go in. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. Walk past the kitchen. On the way to my room, the door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly of me. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure of that. Break into a run and dash towards a closed door. Shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No. I don't want that. What do I do? Couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside. There was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted a bag of milk probably... Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. Chill out, Mom. Go to bed, bro. I meet a familiar formless creature in the door. It locks me. Can y'all hear me? Is the game too loud? I can't hear myself talk. I can fix her. No, you can't. Mom is tweaking. Is this what happens when you don't answer them? You know when your mom calls your name and you say, huh, and she doesn't respond? Is this what happens when you don't go to her? Like you standing in your hallway. What?
Be loud.
I'll try.
'Cause I'm
You're about to be loud.
Yeah, but I'm screaming Lethal Company. There's no noise suppression up in this bitch, and all of us are
I'm gonna get you killed by the dog.
And I'm gonna be screaming in your face.
Okay. Meet a familiar formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. Is it getting closer? That's Mom! After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hands until my veins start bulging. And I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I promised so many times. Stay put. Look. The moment it says that, its claws pierces my arm. I don't know why, but I can't breathe. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time. What? Why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me, kill me. Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I tried to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. This bitch is tweaking. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. Bonk. What'd I do? What'd I do? What's good, Willie? Yo, this is sick. I like this so far. Miguel O'Hara theme. You see her mom standing at the end of the hall and it's just Miguel theme. Name of the track is Love Music. That's not love, bro. This flow sounds like something else I know. Where they throw each other off volcanoes and hills, nothing. So bro, what's this game about? Mental illness. I think. Right? This game's about mental illness? Let me sip my Capri Sun. This is a lot of reading.
And then turn your mic down and you're muted back again.
Appreciate the hydrate. You know, fuck it. Let me kill this. I've been trying to savor it. I'm just about to knock it out. Yes, it is. Alright, bet. I feel like voice acting would ruin it, because like I think it'd be too much. Like it'd be overwhelming. Especially if like this game is supposed to be one of those things where people like, you know, they resonate with it type shit. Sometimes they like to inject themselves as they are the character type shit. So I feel like voice acting could ruin that. You should go for milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk next. That's what we're playing now. I've tried it in early development, but decided to go Animal Crossing voice since native language is not English. That was a smart choice. Is it not milk inside? We just played that one. We played that one already. It was only like 10 minutes long. 20 minutes. Okay, we go. Hold on, actually. The unforeseen consequences of Capri Sun creating phlegm. I wonder if you're puzzled by why milk in the bag. I didn't really question it. This OST is not bad. Okay. I finally get to my room. So tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with the toothbrush in my mouth. Look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and dreams and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Perks. It's a translation. There's no such phrase in Russian as carton of milk. It's a packet of milk that translates to English as bag of milk. That's the only way her wordplay can work. This is a Russian game. Okay, cool. I look so dark down here in the corner, bro. Reopened the stream after flexing my new spins, and all I heard was your burp. Was it a good one? After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers to chew on it. I do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its content. So what do we have inside you? Gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. Press harder, and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy. But it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I just need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder, who's going to be my conversation partner? I don't know why that word just made me struggle. $7.99 on Switch and $9.99 on Steam. What? Milk inside the bag? Hey. Oh, it's me again.
I'll be honest, I sent it.
Dude, look at this shit outside the window. What the fuck? Why is the save screen like this? That's so weird. Hey, long time no see.
What? Oh.
So wait, she's already taken the pills, so now we're her coping engage? Coping engage, let's go. Do we still want to be helpful or no?
Come back?
Does it matter in this game? Before I proceed. Milk experts rise. Now, I might just say fuck it and just do what I want. She took only us the pill because we helped her with the milk.
Does he spectate us?
It matters less in the first.
This is a joke.
Okay, fuck it. Hasn't even been an hour. There you go, bullying me again. Are you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? Pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you? You can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. Hee hee hee. I can imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, I'm all beside myself. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple of hours ago? I don't know what you mean. Stop lying. Nuh-uh. I still don't understand. Whatever. Unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see. Yeah. Am I really that pathetic? Say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin and then falling to my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you.
There we go.
I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks in the walls, or sneery looks the walls are giving me. Trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile. Bares her teeth at me. Shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have even helped even if I sunk through the floor. Start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, and squared, squared. Square squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. How do you feel? You're mocking me, right? I'm obligated to ask you this at least a couple of times per session. A session, huh? You don't like that word? I'm fine. No, you're not. Don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. She's still talking to herself. She needs a medication to imagine that it's someone else. She's having a normal conversation. Yeah, I get that now. There's a lot more content in this game. You want to know a point to save for future runs? Sure. I'd like to see everything. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Bonus reading this as I am getting my pillow and blanket. Feels like I'm being read a story to sleep. Where you're gonna have some wild ass dreams. These sounds are probably gonna get insane again. Save before answering the question. What were you thinking while laying on the floor? Okay, bet. Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? Yes. Somehow I find it hard to believe. Then why did you do that? Felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. I accidentally skipped that. I didn't mean to click again. You know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. Shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. It's being blasted on TV. So it's okay. It was "it hurts so bad" line. Wait, did I miss it already? Did I fuck myself? I was locked in. The story's really, I like it. I just want to see where we're going, bruh. I mean, the line skipped. Oh, okay. Appreciate you. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than the pain. Yeah, I guess. Toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. I really like this art style. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus.
My mic is low. What the hell? I want to be like, oh,
You want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. We're chilling. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. I'm like being careful to make sure we get the line that we need.
You are busting right now. Holy.
I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my cork board. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. Don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. Only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough, I hate you.
My bad. Wait.
Spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter.
Oh.
Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you?
Oh, no.
Should it?
To you?
Does it?
Oh.
Or should it?
Did they die?
I mean, from the outside looking in, unstable behavior should concern you. But to that person, they don't know that it's unstable, most likely. Type shit.
Oh, I hate defeat. Oh.
Yes. What do you want me to do then? I don't know. It's up to you. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help.
Wait,
Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No, you don't get it. I'm thinking about something. I need to finish my thoughts or else... I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. They can be anywhere. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you will help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. Oh, here we go. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? It's only one save slot. Don't override it, okay? So from this point, just never save again. Just simply continue after we finish the route and then choose something else type shit. We're locked in now. One sec.
Shoot. Is this staring at you? Oh. No. Is Serpent alive? We should like fuck him and take him.
Okay. Turning point. Alright, let's go. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing, I have no idea. This is weird. Yeah, we couldn't see her thoughts. I mean, we could see them as fireflies, but we don't know what her thoughts were. Will you tell me? Oh shit. We have started tweaking. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? Did you drink milk? I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, all my eyelashes one after another. If I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, what have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then here, drink some milk. No. The fuck? I don't like that. I don't like that. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, there was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. It was a memory? Got you. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. Guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places and that's it. Why? Trying to come up with a reason right now. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't and I won't. Alright then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yep. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. In case you didn't see the Steam achievement, that was first death. I died and felt something. Oh, the achievement noise went off, but I didn't look at it. I was too immersed in what the fuck was happening on my screen. What about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It'd make it even more interesting. This is so childish. I want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. Start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. Let's see. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Do what you want. You do what you want. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey, what? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small bag of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowee. There's smoke coming from your clothes. Wowee. We're in. Carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down, let's look for the others. Yeah. I love coming in and seeing a recap. I love coming in, seeing the recap and the future spoils in chat. Shit makes me not have to watch the current gameplay. Oh yeah, we're up to date in this bitch. Shout out to Twisted. We're point and clicking. We have to find the bugs. I'll come back to that. Let me see if anything else tweaks. Oh, I can't click on that. It won't let me. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. Sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks to return myself to the senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now, I can't. Let's continue searching. Maybe we'll find something inside. No, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. Okay. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you there. Turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Alright, let's look somewhere else. I'm just gonna start from this side and then go over. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling. At least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the slightest, or not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. No, you don't. Then act normal. I'm pouting. Let's do the pills and shit. I knew something fucking weird was gonna happen when I click on these. Look at the amount of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Calm down. You've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Things could have been much worse. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly, hooray. After circling above my head a couple of times, finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit cleaner. The thoughts are entering my head. The usual notebook pages, glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you knew them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers, it's not writing, it's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. I wonder why this shit is, like, tweaking. I guess we'll find out soon. Right. Insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. Get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Aren't you listening to me at all? Nothing moves.
What is that?
Look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. Take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 times. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes in the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My God, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Damn, time was zooming. I don't like that radio. We're just gonna leave that hoe up. You can never explore them. My best take is because they, unlike other items, are not really there. It's roughly 18 milk cartons under that sink. In the first game, we helped her on her 19th attempt to buy milk. Those are just a reminder of her failures to her self-digging. I could have that much milk by now, if only I was normal. That's tough. That's very tough. Not easy to get out of here. Okay, let me go down. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item, I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. End up returning that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. The most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you're all the same. Apart from the fact they weren't born at the shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you nothing at all. I forget what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time, try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Pins, hundreds of them. Possible to count. It is impossible though. Or is it impossible though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they talk or walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't you get distracted. Oh, right. My 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them like drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You split numbers evenly, no problem. But math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? Just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend. I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor, and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. Oh shit. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it, and it gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. Firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as it coming back to its senses. For some time it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story maybe. You promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me. Then remind me, with a code word, for example. What code word? Think of one later. For now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Damn, that laptop lore was deep. Finish searching? Wait, can we
It's 2.
keep looking at stuff? I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. What if? Don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder. It's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. Such a blessing that it can do it without my help. Still, Firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything in there. If you say so. This is my sketchbook. Half of the pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one. Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. You're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, and the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad, I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. Sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no. I shut my eyes. The distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know it's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer, if I wait, open your eyes. No. It's okay, just do it. No way, I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Damn, she's tweaking. Or we're tweaking. Fine. Open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you? I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that's in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that is always haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy. You made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and it enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. Spend some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. What was that? It was the book. Got a couple items left. The bag. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. Taking out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? You think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it. Don't rush me. Let's remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms.
I got nothing.
And what happened then? I don't remember. And does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please? Oh, fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. Got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together, went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Oh, so that's it. Even as long cultural differences go, we don't have beds in schools. That we don't.
Are we going back in?
At all.
So then that will be busting
Good. I look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts. And there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Hey, appreciate the follow, Gilberto. Welcome in, gamer. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost ended up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while, and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. Wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. So is this finish searching button just used for like other playthroughs so you don't have to read these stories all like again? Why are there so many radios? Also, why is the door open? Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposefully want to lower their self-esteem.
Time to go. Oh, please. I was gonna grab.
I look up towards a very high place under my ceiling. Damn, that noise is annoying. It kind of hurts. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well, what happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be in there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes? What? They become fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I don't. That's it? One radio is broken. You asked to buy you another. Then again, sadly,
They died.
likely that radios are working perfectly fine. One is broken. Which one is...
Wait. Blue is right here. Hold on.
What are those? Ah, those. Those are photos of my best memories, but they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan, and I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it, and it's sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Okay, I think that's everything. Except for that shit we obviously can't click on.
I thought that was just taken off. Oh.
And the radios. Yeah, finish. Just how she hears them? Got you. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. Is it time for bed? I managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, just going back to the starting point, no changes at all, a zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? Shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous. Like a milk outside a bag of milk. And yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. Or never ever. So that's goodbye then. No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you. But was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. What was the safe word? She never told us a safe word. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I, nervously scratch at my wrist and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop. I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. Sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always look sleepy in the morning. Find out about that code word in one of our next endings. Okay. After a week of insomnia, started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places. Bulging eyes with trembled, pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess. Felt like I was caught in the biggest lie in the world. Yes, felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me. And I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I'm still too scared to tell me. Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands, alright? Start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. You're not even trying. You won't get it. Achievement. It's like we're in the first game again. Where's my cursor? What the fuck? I just hovered over the cursor, or I hovered over the game window, and it's called Boobum. It was something else before, because I had to set it up in VTube Studio. It was called like PCX2 or some shit. That's weird. Undertale did the same thing when shit was happening. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. PMKM, oh yeah. I was thinking of the fucking like PlayStation emulator. I'm tripping. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. Yeah, bro does look kind of creepy. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name is Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. Besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Tomogi? I don't even know how to pronounce those words. Help Me Buy Milk, alternative game title. Is that in Russian? Is that Russian? I don't know that. I don't know the language and shit. I'm just a simple American boy. Yeah, okay. Thank you. You know a lot of lore about this shit. Is this like one of your favorite games or something? Because there were, every time I play like a niche game like this, there's always like a really dedicated group of people that come through and talk just like you do. Like, Valhalla, for example, that like bartending game. I had people coming in here dropping fucking every ounce of lore and what every conversation meant. This shit was crazy, but it was, I did know everything about the game. I even met people who made, like, the strategy guides for it and fucking made mods for it, alternate stories of it and shit. It was wild. Transcribed it as best I could. I appreciate it. Can hardly call it a game, but I love the story. It's really good so far. I'm excited to get, like, the lore breakdown after it's all done. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird. Constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko. And his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Tresca is just calling the shots. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. Sign says 20 minutes. Perfect timing. We're closing in 20 minutes. I had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way. They probably have a special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. That's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being bored. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for?" Huh? Oh yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. Damn. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. What? No, not again. Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Sniff. Who, me?
Oh.
Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that is formed after Tresca. I squeeze through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a... What? That's crazy. I did read that. But I accidentally clicked, but I did read that. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. What the fuck did Tresca do to these people? Usually annoying kids don't piss people off like that bad. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. Look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know. He turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. Seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. Bro's about to get splatted. We dreamed, though. Good night. What the fuck is that description? I'm assuming that was Russian, but I don't know what that said. Okay, so one ending down. Nikita Kryukov. Imagine Tresca as her and her as mom, and it will become less abstract. She is extremely closed and hard on herself and imagines that everyone else around her treating her the same as she treats herself. She is in a constant guilt trip. You know, I was kind of thinking like that whole that altercation. It kind of felt similar to the first game, except it was just us there. It was Greek. Control yourself? Got you. Do we have to watch this? These are the fucking patrons. Alright, we're in. Okay, continue. Alright, so now we just choose different shit. Answer ... Okay.
Did we get everything?
Instead of asking silly questions, help me find fireflies. To be honest, I have no idea what to look for. Me neither. Guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. So after ... does it matter what I pick? Do I just have to pick the shit that I did different? Now you can save at the start of point and click. You dodged first death? What do you mean? Or like, I know we got that like achievement and shit. But I'll need to know like exactly when, I think. I'm scared. I don't want to fuck up. A weird scene with her. So, like after that happens, we save. Keep asking her about floor thoughts. It will trigger that memory. You forgot to put your mind block. Put up your mind block. I can see through you. Rude. Alright then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects. Okay, we got that. Now we skipped it and don't need that scene anymore because it locks us on the shop ending. Oh wait, did I fuck up? Do I need to reload the save? You're fine? Alright, cool. Oh wait, these are different. I should read these. You have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wait, so we save here now or no? The next ending, collect all 5 fireflies. They're in laptop, pills, notes, backpack, sketchbook. Go to sleep. Don't go outside yet. Save.
Get in.
Okay. Laptop. Alright, laptop, pills. I'm just skimming these. Pills, notes. While exploring backpack, you can push her a bit for additional story. Okay. Let's see, we did what happened then last time. Oh shit, this is different. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Let's not discuss this further. You'll tell me again. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly I feel someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never be ignored, I turn around, but there's nothing there. What happened next? Hey, you got an achievement called You're Annoying. Try figuring this one out. Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts, and there's a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Or whatever, I don't care anyway. Okay, that's normal. Alright, bag, sketchbook.
What is that?
Okay. We have them. Now do we just finish?
Oh, that's her.
Or is there another thing we have to do? Found all the fireflies. Amazing, I guess.
Oh my.
Managed to gather my thoughts. Something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. But this is the same.
Downstairs?
Remember to stay in room, okay.
I'm so sweaty. To be honest, I think it was like the one key on the door that went to the and the door that you have to open like from
I'm interested to get to the new parts. I can skip everything until dream. Everything is fine. I don't like that smile, bro.
we have a
Everything is fine. Did you see? Alright. Here we go. Hold on. Another terrible morning. Boo. Wait, let's see what the window name is now. Oh, it's still the same. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. It's not what defined you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. What the fuck? Nani? We just have a fucking stroke? Another terrible morning. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. It's not that I care too much, I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. It's not what defines you after all. Hurry up. Yes, Mom. What the fuck? Another terrible morning. Why is my face always so stupid? Okay. Okay, that's kind of normal, I guess. We just got really bad bedhead.
Is anyone in the thing? Oh, my bad. Oh, they opened it. Oh, there's another door.
Okay, bro.
Oh, they... Should we get the power? I didn't grab shit.
We're tweaking.
Oh, my flashlight has been wasting this whole time.
What the sus am I supposed to see here? What's good, D3? I don't know exactly, but it's mental illness. I'm sure there's a meaning behind all of these, but we'll find out shortly. The dialogue's the same, so we're just like skipping through it.
Serpent, wait! Serpent, wait! Right now, disabled, go!
Fuck it, headless.
I'm going to get the power.
Fuck it, faceless. Good morning. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hurry up. Yes, Mom. That dialogue was different. Tripping. I'm gonna wake up like this tomorrow.
Wait, they turned it off, go.
Okay.
Here, wait.
Damn, that fucking kind of scared me a little bit. Okay, 2 endings. Alright, Twisted, what's next, bro? Guide us. Milk.
We gotta go this way. Bro, what is we supposed to do? Can they yoink?
There's a certain limit to how far you can convince yourself that everything's fine when it's clearly not. The drugs in the end will help you at the cost of your personality. She has no facial features, but eventually, even that is going to end. The monologue will stop, personality will die. We're deep.
Serpent, you just gotta fuck it. We have till midnight.
Now it's time for a whole new scene and animation. Cool.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I have 3 things on me.
Alright, we
Look, give me
continue.
the walkie.
The background is getting different every time. Collect exactly 4 fireflies, 1 from a laptop with an option. You will return to that, and then we go outside.
Go.
Wait, so I just collect 4, but one of them has to be from the laptop? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, left me. Bro, I had no clue where the fuck to go. I was just running in the dark. Bro, that spider was up our ass, and I couldn't see it. I had 3 pages on me.
Okay, got you. Let's do the laptop first. Wait. Does it matter if I do the laptop first? As long as I choose the you'll return to that option? Order doesn't matter? Cool. Not 5. You'll get the mirror again, okay. Okay, we chose this option on our first run. So I guess we can just proceed. Or I'll skim it to make sure. There was a story here that she stopped talking about. Oh, the code word. Alright, 3 more items. Let's see.
What the fuck is that?
Then we go outside. I'm just rereading to make sure.
What?
She was clearly a math kid before her condition. Remains of that mentality are shaping some of her delusions. Everyone on web is bots. I can crack their code. Or just remember the ice cream monologue from first game. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's see, where were they at? Notes, pills. Laptop, pills, notes, backpack, sketchbook. Okay, so that's 2. Almost click finish searching. Okay, 2, 3. Alright, last one. We did laptop, pills, sketchbook, backpack. So wait, we're done. Right? That was 4, right? I'm not tripping. We did laptop, pills, backpack, sketchbook. I'm almost positive. For a couple of minutes. Alright, this is new. This is new. Oh shit.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely, living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before. The building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? Definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this. Already told you, haven't I? About what? Ah, you know, small stuff. Is it, oh. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, and confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right.
I was trying to run out.
Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. So I haven't come up with a code word. That building have IRL reference? You can Google. Okay, let me look. South Africa? Johannesburg? That is pretty fucking weird. Why would... It's like... That's stupid. I don't like this building. I feel like that's a stupid idea to have just the inside of a building wide open like that. That's definitely weird. So I haven't come up with a code word. We're the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise, and I'll keep it, but you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end.
She's putting this.
No shot. I had a friend online, my best friend. Even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single move, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts. And I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So, what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to. Come on, gather your thoughts. Somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself without holding a single thing, or hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anybody else in this world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. But what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators to work at the same time. My mind surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. Around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. I know they watch me from the screens too, but I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. No, maybe I only decided that only... Damn. My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go toward my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you gonna do? What's a silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Okay, these are the same. Bro, I thought that shit was real. I got chills. Is this any different? Can we skip?
Maybe we can like
She didn't jump. That's a good twist. Yeah, it was just a story. Now we're going to bed.
maybe we keep the keys? Cause last time I brought a key. And then it's okay.
Interesting coping mechanism. Imagining yourself falling down when you're sharing about your trauma. You don't have a lot of time to say too much before you meet the ground. I guess. It's kind of scary. Okay.
Should we keep this key?
Is anyone there? Was anyone there is the achievement. Wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room.
Did you? Stop it!
I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds.
What did you do?
I hug my knees and wrap myself in my sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling.
Don't touch the.
I want to take a sip. It's the longest one.
Don't go.
I don't have anything to drink, and I don't want to go get anything because I'm so invested. So we're locked the fuck in. We're reading. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody or something is getting closer. I curl into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment, and then it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upwards, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to raise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at some point. Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and only the door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposefully avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come up to the door and reach out towards it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hand stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up to the door, like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door. Stupid, nasty, cursed door. I hate you. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. No, 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 no. I don't stop screaming for a moment because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. The reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over. And the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here, come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush towards the door, stumbling on the way. I keep running for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us hasn't grown either. Which means I matched it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. I dive face first onto the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet. At least 30 more feet like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away for a moment. away the moment I touched my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody help. The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, the silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you. Try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes. I stand up from my knees despite continuing to cry, take a couple of deep breaths, and start running again. Keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for a rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice coming from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Why don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No, go away. I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. Lying face down in the grass, I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night, and grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. Fuck, I missed that. Hold on. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds, and I'm pretty sure colors too. I stand up full of anticipation. See an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam. I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of the night sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference, though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or someone else. Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. Ooh. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in a panic. Where is that sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Ooh. Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and howls of wind. Feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Ooh. Hey, where are you? Ooh. I can't understand where I should run to, if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt. The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. It's just there's not a single tree or stone around, only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The screams turn into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Oh no. Somewhere very far away, among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette. Just a small black spot, but... Hey, I can see you. The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream, it's more like a whisper or a wheeze. Ooh. Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree. I walk away disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. A feeling of a panic and unexplainable dread grow inside me. A stone, a tree? Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know it's just chasing me. Sound reaching my ears become even stranger, louder, and more distant. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying. At least I think so. Ooh. A horrifying voice is coming from right behind me. Turn around instinctively and for some reason try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty cackling rustle. Ooh. Bad enough. I spring up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. Standing there, without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know. Why won't you do anything? Silhouette trembles and starts slowly gliding towards me, followed by new sounds, wheezes and moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky in the field is consumed by this sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. Ooh, that one was extended. I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip up, fall, run again. No, 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 no. No, go away. An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound and the darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls.
Oh, I was gonna try to make the jump.
Okay. That was a good one. You want to cook yourself or do you want my take? Hold on, give me a second to marinate.
Oh, you bitch, I thought it was that new thing. I started to corner camp and everything. That's crazy.
I feel like it had something to do with that story about the guy from the internet. About him seeming real and stuff. But yeah, go ahead. Say what, give me your take.
Pick it up.
This shit's wild, bro. What a game. Or, what an experience.
To be honest, I don't know where to go.
Are there any more endings?
Who's running like that?
Do I need to go back in or no? But I'll wait. We're gonna sneeze. Fuck. I was getting blue balled for a second. Should we watch a lore video about the whole thing? Just to like tie it all together? I kind of want to. There was no one there. She's chasing herself. She is her own scariest monster. The lines are repeated between room and field. Turns a doorknob on the other end. Turns her own head on the other end. She's trying to outrun her illness, but it's impossible. Catches to her. She has to start all over again in the struggle against mental illness and unwinnable battles she lives on a daily basis. She's raising pops and perkies. 2 more endings? Okay. Give me the strat.
Trust myself. Oh, catch it. Nope. That's crazy.
Simple. Collect any 3. Go to bed. No balcony anymore. Okay. Okay. Sign on a sweater means empty set or zero sum in algebra? Cool. I failed math twice. I looked down. Please make it stop was the achievement. I don't know shit about math. I hate math. Fuck math. I hate it. I hate it so much. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. This feeling, you know, I've spent a couple of hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down.
Yeah, same. That'll save. My boot is right there in the front. Unless he ate it. Did he eat my boot?
1 billion pounds of concrete and 1 million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short term here will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless.
Without it, for the ship, like literally waiting for the ship.
Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that's trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head. That thought doesn't stay in my head for too long. It's torn out with my inhuman force, unaware of what's about to happen. Slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Don't. Amongst the silence sings a lonely colossus, unmoving, till the music stops. The bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. These dreams go crazy. Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene before me unfold. Hundreds of giant concrete structures, just like mine, spread in tidy rows endlessly in all directions. Stairways wrap around them like vines. There at the end of this world, there's a person smiling. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exists and not.
There's a little jump thing.
Try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on the road, and the only thing I can do is choose a direction, up, down, or... The crowd notices blood on Wazik's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing human about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body clearly, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how did it manifest exactly? Answer honestly, don't hide anything. I decided to descend. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking in a wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and with time it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices, grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. Share a piece of that gift with the world even once. It'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No, I'm sorry. I won't get that then. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize that it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? This shit is pretty fucking wild, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. It sounded like some kind of like therapy session. Well, what's your take? Getting harder and harder to stay where she is now. Therapy's no longer working, meds are no longer working. She has no strength to move up to improvement, so she decides to go spiraling down, doomfully repeating it twice. She is giving up. Yikes.
I found it.
Alright, one more ending.
There it
This is good. I like it. I need these credits to hurry up. I want to go back in. Alright. Collect any 3 first.
Oh, it's locked. Oh, they have a key though. There's a key outside. What was that Robin got after he like jumped over? Oh. Damn. Wait, I found this.
Alright. You need to find her smartphone. It's very thin rectangle, bottom right corner on the floor near the fan power cable. I see it.
Where the fuck is the sheet?
What's this?
Oh,
Okay, then finish. Is there anything else I gotta do? Was that always there? Sleep no balcony bed. Yeah, always. Damn. It's so thin, like, even if my mouse went over it, I probably wouldn't have even noticed that it was, like, a clickable thing. let's go. Are we friends? So that's what friendship is like. Hello, thank you for choosing our pizzeria. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. I'm sure it'll be able to fill a void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happen in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out. What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Please know that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? Could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. They should be ashamed, probably. Nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good. Pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but am a part of it? Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although, I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold, it's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts. I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't fill the void. I'm part of it. This strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here. It makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point of having one? I feel like nobody's helping me. They should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. Can't do anything about it. Please note that we have a special right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. I don't care that this place is empty here. I feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. The space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself at the same time. I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. If I try hard enough, it'll be able to fill the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. I try hard enough. So the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything. Session timeout. Please reload the page. Okay. Smartphone go crazy. I don't know why yet, but I felt that story more out of all of them. I think it's the only dream about the past. She moves around the town freely but wanders aimlessly. She is chatty but with the pizza app bot. She's thinking a lot about complicated matters, but all those thoughts are idle, musing in circles. She's in a relatively good mood but expresses a lot of anxiety and depression. Constant thoughts about something changed, something is missing. It's a lot like what happens to schizophrenic spectrum patients at the very beginning of their illness. Got you. So, is that it? Is there anything else we need to get? It is it. It's also an achievement. Second death and only counts when you have both deaths in the same run. Gotcha. So at that save, we already have one technically. Right? Or... Hold up. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. Because I don't want to. Okay. That was fun. Kind of. I mean, not kind of. It was very interesting. And I'm very glad that I played it. I need to, Your save is past first death. Got you. Okay, well, I think now... I'm gonna see if I can find, like, a lore video. I want to see, like, the whole shit. I appreciate you for sticking around and helping me out with those. Otherwise, I would have had no clue how to find them bitches. Let's see. This is an almost 2-hour long video. Oh, that's a playthrough, that's why. It's no official Warhammer 40k lore dump. You're free to make from it what you want. Okay. The Warhammer shit, bro. There's so much lore in Warhammer. We'd be watching that for fucking weeks on end. Let's see. Let's watch this one. A psychological analysis.
I will actually be covering two games, which are Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, and its sequel, Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Did I say that enough times? Both games are single-player psychological horror visual novels developed by Nikita Kryukov and published by Missing Calm. The first game was published on Steam for PC in August 2020, while the sequel was published in December 2021, along with both games being ported to Nintendo Switch by Forever Entertainment in 2022.
Damn, these are on
Both
Switch?
games received overwhelmingly positive reviews, with people mostly saying they either felt sympathetic towards the character or that the main character's struggles are relatable to them in some way because of the accurate depiction of her mental illness. Both games are about one unnamed girl suffering from what appears to be a severe trauma and psychosis, and the player acts as a distinct subconscious from the girl of whom she interacts with, even stating that her communications with the player make her feel like a character in a visual novel. The first game has the player carefully guiding the protagonist to the store to buy bagged milk and return home while listening to her thought processes. The second game takes place immediately after the first, where the girl is home with her obscenely monstrous mother, or rather that's how the girl's delusions portray her to be. But most of the game has the girl cooped up in her room sharing stories or commenting with the player. Depending on what the player interacts with in the environment and how the player responds to the girl, different endings can be triggered. As a friendly reminder, there will be spoilers in this video, so if you're interested in seeing the playthroughs first before viewing this analysis, check out my gameplay videos where I cover both games from start to finish. Lastly, before I get started, if you do enjoy this video,
Like that there's no catharsis, no good or bad ending. Nothing resolved, nothing achieved. It's just a day from her life, no pandering. She was still living with it. Even if the Royal Army disappears, I'm sorry. Yeah, bro, it's just like, it's just how it is type shit. It's really different. I like it.
Referring to the first one as Milk Inside and the second as Milk Outside. Both games have a relatively straightforward plot, as I implied earlier. Milk-chan braves the outdoors to buy a bag of milk, return home, and sulk in her room, all the while interacting with the separate subconscious entity that is the player. Milk Inside takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play and only involves two possible endings. The bad ending is achieved when the player is mean enough times towards Milk-chan or presses her too hard to talk about her past, which results in her confronting the player with not being helpful. I can't say whether this other ending is necessarily good, but the canon ending has the player successfully leading Milk-chan back home only to be confronted by her mother, who is depicted as this cold, monstrous entity. She is told to go to bed and the game ends there. Milk Outside can take about 2 hours to complete if you also throw in pursuing all of the possible endings, which more or less involve Milk-chan experiencing a disturbing nightmare that reveals some aspect of her struggle with mental illness. Part of the game also adapts a point-and-click adventure, as the player is given the ability to search Milk-chan's room and either elicit her commentary about certain items or discover hidden imaginary fireflies. The ending is affected by the player selecting certain choices to say to Milk-chan, interacting with certain items, and collecting a certain amount of fireflies. I'll be mostly analyzing Milk-chan for this video, but I'll also briefly touch on her mother as well as what the player really represents in the game. In the first game, Milk-chan reveals to us that a horrific tragedy occurred in her family life, which was the death of her father after he jumped out of the window of their apartment and lay mangled on the ground below, which Milk-chan may have witnessed. Milk-chan since then only sees the world in shades of black and red splotches, but there are other interesting tidbits to note here, so let me start with the first game. In Milk Inside, Milk-chan's goal is to buy milk and go home. Once she's home, however, her mother's conversation with her kind of implies that she's dissatisfied with her daughter buying the milk. She tells her to go inside and orders her to her room. It could be that she took too long buying the milk. After all, we're initially introduced as the protagonist's subconscious, so we can see the girl trying to build the courage to go to and from the supermarket. But during her journey, we can observe behavior that's similar to obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. OCD is pretty much when an individual feels the need to compulsively perform a certain task, and it ends up intruding on their life somehow. So Milk-chan can be seen retracing her footsteps because she walked wrong in her eyes. But back to the milk dilemma. I don't think her mother was upset because she took a long time buying milk. I share my sentiments with others who think that she's actually severely allergic to milk. That was a possible theory we can conclude from just the first game, but we get some more clarification at the start of Milk Outside. Milk-chan goes to her room, but then during a delusion, she rushes back to the kitchen to check on the milk. That's where her mother reappears and demands that she never
wonder why
ever
she
drink
sees her
milk
mom
again,
like that.
as she is injecting
It's
something
like,
into
that
her
is such
daughter's
a
arm.
horrifying
Because we're seeing this
creature.
from the point of view of the main character, we don't know what the mother is injecting. But after taking into account the daughter's delusions and the fact that she bought milk even though the mother is making her promise not to drink it, we can infer that the protagonist is
She probably like drank it and is allergic, and the mom is like injecting her with like the shit that you're, you know, when people get like stung by bees and shit, that shit, they just like jab it into them or something. That's what I'm assuming, but she sees it as this.
allergic to milk, and her mother is injecting her with an EpiPen because she might
Yeah,
have just
that's
drank
what it
some
is.
earlier and had an allergic reaction. If we accept that hypothesis, then it's possible that her mother in reality is just trying to care for her and is maybe expressing frustration over her daughter's compulsive behavior of buying and drinking milk despite her allergy as well as her mental illness perpetuating this behavior.
Why she thinks she drank it at all? Maybe because of like the one incident that she had. Maybe she just like is cautious and doesn't want it to happen again. But then again, fucking EpiPens are expensive, I think. Not a single implication of that. That is true. But I guess the mom assumed because she like even went to buy it at all. She's like, are you fucking drinking milk? Type shit. But if she's like walking in with a bag of like full milk. But yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not what the protagonist sees since she is convinced that her mother is a monster. Here's where the story can feel darker. Milk-chan makes a comment in Milk Outside about how she was dragged out of school by her dad, and that day he had also bought milk. She then mentions how she hated her dad, hated that he bought milk, and hated that her mother wasn't home. I could be stretching here, but I've seen others make this claim, with the strong implications that Milk-chan was already suffering from severe mental illness in the past, with her inability to feel like she could fit in, her delusional thoughts, and sudden tantrums. It's possible that her father was fed up with dealing with her, so he bought milk to try and force her to drink it to elicit a severe and fatal allergic reaction.
The fuck?
Afterwards, he jumps out of their window and ends his own life. If the player triggers the first death, which is the strangulation scene in Milk Outside, we can see a strong implication that this is what the father was trying to do to her. Milk-chan's mother wasn't present at the time, which she makes a point to mention, so she could have subconsciously projected that blame onto her mother. It could be why her delusions paint her as this monster, and why in Milk Inside she tells the cashier that she ought to get home before her mother throws her out of the window. That's not even all of what she's been through. By interacting with the laptop in Milk Outside, the protagonist also gives insight into how she was cyberbullied after opening up to an internet friend about her struggles with mental illness. Milk-chan is sadly misunderstood by everyone around her, and her past family tragedies only add to her mental suffering. Before I get to covering the endings though, I want to touch on who we are as the player. In Milk Inside, we're initially led to believe we are Milk-chan.
See it like thick, milky foam, limbs twitching, falling down, mom trying to hold her head with claws. Looks a lot like an epilepsy seizure. That is true.
inner conscious that's also distinct enough to influence her behavior in a positive or negative way. If in the game the player elects to be mean or presses the protagonist about her past, the end screen shows her eyes with the caption, "I guess, insert your name, didn't help me at all." We also see references to how the player interacts with Milk-chan with respect to her medication, so it seems likely that we as the player are actually the manifestation of the medication's effects. It took both games to make that realization for me, but I felt it was a unique take on the game's narrative perspective. There are 5 possible dreams that Milk-chan could have, which depend on how successfully the player interacts with the environment. The 4 deciding factors are whether the first death occurred, which is the strangulation scene, whether the second death occurred, which is the falling scene, the number of fireflies the player discovers, and whether the cell phone was picked up during the search. Each dream is a reflection of Milk-chan's struggles in her life, which are her fear of loneliness, her feeling of helplessness, her low self-esteem, and her self-awareness of how others view her. Each dream concludes in the same way, where Milk-chan abruptly wakes up, but in a way it's a relief to her because she'd been suffering from insomnia for the whole week, so at least she was able to sleep long enough to have these intense dreams, even though they were nightmares. These 2 games were among the most influential for me in starting this channel, so I was really excited to play it and do some more research on it for this video. I find it interesting to see the representation of mental illness in the video game medium, and I hope to see more accurate representation to build both awareness and empathy, because at the end of the day, what Milk-chan experiences on a daily basis is something many people experience on a daily basis. So the unique immersiveness of video games can help bridge that gap and create more
That's it?
understanding. I hope
Thought she was gonna like give her take on the dreams. Let's go look at one of those. So about cyberbullying, it's her twisted perception of that. She was unable to hold a conversation even with herself, but she was talking to a pizza bot. That shit was nuts.
Milk outside of
I didn't even like form the idea that she was being cyberbullied either. Like at all.
a bag of milk, outside of a bag of milk, continues on its prequel, revealing much more information about the personal life of the protagonist who seems to have social anxiety alongside other undisclosed diagnosis. You can watch my last video on the first game to catch up with the story, which I will link in the comment section and the card above. Hi folks, I'm R, and welcome to the video, you amazing person. Send me your game suggestions on Twitter.
Talk about the game, bro.
Following the events of the first game, the protagonist heads to her bed after a terrifying and unpleasant encounter with her mother, an encounter which she finds unpleasant. Playful shadow entities dancing around the protagonist seem as if they want her to lose control and spin mindlessly, to which she resists.
No, that
and
bit is
reaches
kind
a
of mid.
room.
I don't like the guy. I just don't. So we'll watch this one.
The story of the game shows the perspective.
That's the same fucking dude.
I'm a bit that ass. I went clean off the edge. I just walked right across like it. What? No.
He may be one of our best options though. One man, one job. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is that here?
Oh my.
This one?
Hello, my name is Careless Rex, and I'm going to take you through the magical world of Milk Outside.
Milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk
Oh, it's the
has
same
5
person.
possible endings.
Okay, I'm cool with
Four
watching this.
dreams the main character could have when she goes to sleep for the night.
I didn't
Each
mind her
dream
other video.
represents a different perspective on how the main character views herself, which also hints at how difficult her life has been with the struggles she's had. For this video, I'll be attempting to analyze each dream in detail and how it
Yes, that's
ties into
exactly
the
what we
overall
wanted.
storyline of both games in the series. I'll briefly cover the overall storyline, but if you've never
what is
heard
that?
of this game or have never played it before, you can either check out my full gameplay videos for both Milk Inside and Milk Outside, or the shorter summary video where I attempt a psychological analysis on the storyline in general. As with my analysis video, I'll be referring to the main character as Milk-chan, and in case this isn't already clear, this video will be full of spoilers, so please proceed with caution. Alright, let's dive in. Before I cover the endings, let me first cover the endgame conditions. The first is referred to as the first death. Some may refer to it as the strangulation death, and this is unlocked by selecting, that's the thing, I have no idea. This is weird. During this selection prompt, which occurs shortly after Milk-chan finishes her time in the bathroom. The game cuts almost immediately to this surreal scene where Milk-chan makes indirect commentary on her father buying milk and how much distress it causes her. At this point, there is a very brief strangulation occurring before it cuts back to Milk-chan talking normally to the player in her room. The next endgame condition is the second death, which can be achieved by selecting you'll end up returning to that subject anyway during this scene, and then after finding all fireflies, which I'll cover in a bit, selecting there's no way someone cares about you that much during this scene. This encourages Milk-chan to eventually go to the balcony, and after some brief commentary, metaphysically jumps over the edge, and as she is falling, she recounts her story of how she was severely cyberbullied by someone after meeting them online and opening up to them about her trauma. As with the first death, it abruptly ends and then the scene flashes back to Milk-chan inside her room once more. Another endgame condition is the number of fireflies discovered during the point-and-click phase, which is the only point-and-click adventure part of the approximately 2-hour game. While searching the entire room can yield more information revealed to the player about Milk-chan's past, only the discovery of fireflies contributes to the endgame condition. Additionally, it doesn't matter specifically which fireflies are discovered, only the amount matters. Lastly, the final endgame condition is the discovery of the cell phone during the point-and-click phase. This may be in case
Talk about ending.
the first we'll cover is the you won't get it ending. Players can achieve this by triggering both the first and second deaths, and by collecting all 5 fireflies. However, this ending can also be achieved if none of the other ending conditions are met, so this is considered the default ending. I can see why that is the case, because the events that unfold mirror the events of the first game. Milk-chan runs into this boy named
See, I knew I
Truska,
wasn't
who
tripping.
happens to need
That's
milk
exactly
and
how I
proceeds
felt.
to go to the supermarket to buy some. His behavior is unpredictable, but very similar to Milk-chan's actions from Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Truska approaches an individual, maybe to inquire about milk, but the individual is visibly frustrated with the boy's inability to communicate concisely, which causes Milk-chan to feel embarrassed and help him out so as not to draw attention. Once the two reach the checkout counter, Truska's behavior annoys the cashier and everyone else waiting in line, to the point where the others start insulting him and overcharging for the milk. Despite feeling annoyed herself, Milk-chan handles the situation by paying the cashier and dragging Truska out of the store, and afterwards they walk towards a highway, mostly in silence. In the end, Truska eerily turns to her and states, "It seems like you're not helping me at all." Milk-chan awakens from her dream and bolts up in bed with tears in her eyes before the screen flashes to the final scene and the credits roll. So what does this ending reflect? What's it supposed to represent? To me, this felt like the most straightforward ending because it's literally a recreation of the first game, Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, etc. Even the color scheme is the same. In case you haven't watched or played it, the first game has you as the player guiding Milk-chan to the supermarket to buy milk and return home, all in the span of 15 to 20 minutes. There is no Truska though, because she is the one who is acting like Truska. She is the one with difficulty bringing herself to the supermarket to buy milk, struggling to interact with someone as she's trying to find milk, and causing a scene at the cash register. If we as the player are mean enough times to Milk-chan, she verbatim responds with what Truska said in her dream. Looks like the player isn't helping me at all. So why is she having this dream of someone else acting like her? And if the other person is acting like her, why is Milk-chan so annoyed in her dream? Wouldn't she be more understanding? The thing is, dreams are subjective experiences. So there could be a number of reasons why Milk-chan is dreaming about someone else acting just like her while she is observing her behavior. It's quite possible that her dream reflects either her own self-awareness or her desire for some sort of self-understanding or self-exploration. If she feels uncertain or conflicted about her own behavior and psychological pathological tendencies. Observing herself and someone else in a dream could be Milk-chan attempting to gain a new perspective on her personality. Her dream could also mean that she is already self-aware of her behavior and how that negatively impacts those around her. Given that she's experienced some heavy trauma in her life already, coupled with the possibility that she has some sort of behavioral or social disorder, she could be frustrated and conflicted with her personality. She's suffering, and no one around her understands. She doesn't even understand herself, despite being somewhat self-aware. After researching guides and other theories online, some speculate that this dream actually represents Milk-chan's father as a little boy who experienced the same mental difficulties that Milk-chan experiences, thus resulting in this dream showing a generational cycle that Milk-chan unfortunately can relate to. This may line up with a theory that I'll mention later in this video, so stay tuned and let me know which theory you agree with more.
Yeah, that first ending was like the same
next
line of
ending is
thinking that I
titled
had.
Is Anyone There?
I'm
And it's
interested to see the
unlocked by
rest of
only
them, though.
achieving the second death and finding 4 fireflies in her room. It's possible that other combinations can trigger this ending, however, this was just a route that I followed in my playthrough. I felt this was one of the more eerie endings out of the 5. In this one, Milk-chan awakens in this cold, dark, and tiny room with only a single door in front of her. The room then starts to slowly expand, and she tries to reach for the door only after running around the room with the walls continuing to expand. The door becomes out of reach for her, but she continues attempting to reach it since she can hear someone else on the other side speaking to her. Once she manages to reach the door and open it, however, the floor gives way and Milk-chan falls through. She ends up in this endless grassy field with the moon lighting the night sky, and after a bit of time she can see numerous dark figures gathering around her before she awakens from her dream. Let's break it down by covering the first part of the dream where she's in the dark room. It's possible this part of the dream reflects her feeling of being trapped or confined in her waking life, most likely related to overcoming her trauma. The room itself could symbolize a sense of being limited or restricted in some way, while the inability to reach the walls or door could represent a feeling of powerlessness or helplessness. As for the door and the person on the other side, this could relate to Milk-chan's feelings of anxiety or fear of the unknown. In the room, she is isolated and most likely lonely, and she is cut off from the others. But what's on the other side of the door? As she is reaching for the door, however, everything starts to expand, and no matter which direction she runs in or how hard she reaches, the room continues to expand. This could mean Milk-chan is feeling overwhelmed or even engulfed by her fear or anxiety. It could also mean she feels trapped by her own thoughts and feelings, and we can kind of see that in her waking life as she continually reflects on how her life has occurred thus far. What about the second part of the dream? Milk-chan finds herself in an open field at night, and soon she starts seeing human-like shadow figures closing in on her. Unlike the closed room where she might have felt trapped, now she's in an open field with an endless horizon, which might indicate a feeling of being exposed and vulnerable, while the moon in the sky could be illuminating her inner self. In a way, this can also mean a sense of isolation, since the endless field and initial lack of people around could mean a feeling of disconnect from society. With the human-like shadows, that feeling of being watched or followed could be an additional aspect that makes her feel vulnerable. But I want to actually go out on a limb here and make the claim that this dream represents the cyberbullying from Milk-chan's waking life. Okay, let me explain myself. In the first part of her dream, she feels isolated in that dark room, but there is someone on the other side of that door who is calling out to her, and Milk-chan is desperately reaching towards that door to interact with the person on the other side. The inner room expands along with her sense of feeling overwhelmed, and then she finds herself in an open field.
A lot of them are so
Maybe
obsessed
this
with
is the part that
cyberbullying.
represents her
I don't know, I guess
overwhelmed
it's just a
individual
popular
that she
topic
mentioned in
since,
the
like,
second death.
a lot of the-
Unfortunately, that individual
a lot of
spreads
shit
around the struggles
in the
that
last,
Milk-chan opened up
like,
about, and people on
few
the internet make
years.
fun of her. These
A lot
could
of
be
that
the
shit
shadows in the dream, since her life
kinda
is
comes
exposed
from
now as with the open
the shit that
field,
people will
and
be
the shadows are closing
experiencing
in around her with
online.
the same intensity that the
Like, I feel like a lot of
cyberbullying
people
devastated
can,
Milk-chan. But
like-
feel free to disagree with me, but I really think this dream represents the negative.
I don't want to say
consequences
just
that
like
Milk-chan
gain
faced when
mental
she became
illness from
vulnerable to
online, because
someone on
that
the
sounds so
internet. I think
simple and
this
stupid.
aspect of her past also
But,
relates
like-
to another dream
But like, I feel like there's, like, if you're just online all the time, you just kind of start to see things differently. Like, for like example, like some people can, like, get those like body disorder thingies by like looking at people perfectly all the time, or and they like start to compare themselves to that and all that and shit like that. But then again, cyberbullying's like super popular, unfortunately. Like damn near in every TikTok you watch, you'll go through there and there's just insane out of pocket comments down there. It's not like even remotely the worst thing psychologically that can happen to you. Oh, of course not. But I'm not going to sit here and say that it can't put people in, like it can't fuck people up. Because it 100% can. But yeah. it can branch from cyberbullying into other things for sure. But there are definitely worse things than being cyberbullied, 100%.
She had, but let's cover the next ending. I looked down as achieved by avoiding the first and second deaths, and only finding 3 or 4 fireflies. In this dream, Milk-chan is on a staircase that spirals this infinitely tall column, and she is terrified but mentions that what she is feeling is familiar to her. Seeing the vastness of this infinite space is frightening to Milk-chan as she reflects on her helplessness. Soon after, this abstract entity thing hovers in and provides some interesting commentary, which I'll touch on in a bit. Milk-chan then proceeds to descend the staircase, and after closing thoughts from the entity, Milk-chan awakens from her dream. Okay, now that I provided the synopsis, let's rewind this and break it down. Milk-chan is on an infinite spiraling staircase surrounding a column, so what does that mean? So, according to the first search result that came up when I typed dream about columns with winding staircases, I get different interpretations that all revolve around an individual's personal growth. Okay, let's dig deeper. The location of the stairs is also an important factor to consider when interpreting dreams. If you see stairs at a public place or unknown place, it defines the issues that are related to your behavior and interactions with the outer world. Yeah, this place seems unknown to me, so far so good. Walking down the stairs is a sign of suppressing thoughts of your subconscious mind and failures that you may be dealing with in your
It's like first death, big trauma. It's my father killed himself in front of me. The second death, same impact. My friend was mean to me on WhatsApp. I'm not buying it. Hey, bro. Maybe she's just fragile. Or who knows?
I have a key.
These things probably aren't even like what I was thinking is maybe all these stories aren't about her. Like, I mean, in the game, obviously they are about her, but like maybe they're just different types of like mental illnesses and shit like that. They're just kind of covering other things, maybe. But I mean, in the game, they're literally happening to her. So like, if you're looking at it in that sense, it literally makes no sense. But that's what I'm kind of thinking. It's just a culmination of different types of shit for other people. Yeah, it's individual, but IDK, since we're talking about mental illness, it's kind of not same league for sure.
The very act of walking down
It is small in
the stairs is
comparison.
indicative of hesitation and regression to your subconscious mind. It may also be indicative of reconsidering past issues and events of your waking life and analyzing them to fix or develop your emotional state of mind. If you sense fear when climbing down the stairs, it means that you are scared to face your suppressed thoughts and negative feelings. Fear of getting down is also symbolic of failure to acknowledge issues or events of the past. Lastly, staircases that are winding or spiral may be symbolic of rebirth and a significant journey to self-discovery. Okay, so it seems like this dream is also interpreted as Milk-chan's self-awareness of her mental illness struggles, and maybe the tons of other columns that are around her can represent other people who face similar situations to her. This constant battle with managing emotions and her environment and how others judge her may not feel like it's worth it to her. And what about this entity, or how she calls it, super creature? I was initially confused by whatever it was saying on some points, so while working on this video, I figured I'd try to decipher some of the more confusing bits. For the most part, it appears to reflect on the abstractness of humanity, which Milk-chan tries to block out before commenting that she is no longer in control of her body, in the sense that she can't just stay still on the staircase, she must choose to either ascend or descend. Then the super creature says something interesting. It says, "The crowd notices blood on Wozik's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins." Okay, who is Wozek? And Mendel? Mendel? So after another brief Google search, I came across a full-length video of the German opera Wozzeck, or Weizsäck, which was originally composed in the early 1900s. I also came across this research paper that pretty much explored the idea of genetic disposition and cited the plot of this opera. Without going too deep into this rabbit hole, which you should totally check out because I thought it was neat, Wozzeck follows a man who is subjected to physical and psychological abuse from his superiors as part of an experiment, and as his mental health deteriorates, he becomes increasingly paranoid and delusional. This bit about blood on Wozzeck's hands and running away is in reference to the last act of the opera. The opera also implied that Wozzeck may have inherited a predisposition towards mental illness from his mother, who was also mentally unstable. Thus, the opera explores the complexity of his mental state as a result of complex interplay between his environment, social circumstances, and personal history. So how does this relate to Mendel. The opera doesn't explicitly mention him, but Gregor Mendel is widely recognized as the father of modern genetics and pioneered the law of inherited traits in the mid-1800s. So the exploration of inherited traits and the effects on an individual's mental health from the opera is consistent with the principles of modern genetics first articulated by Mendel. Okay, thanks. For the rabbit hole, how does this relate to Milk-chan? Well, if we take a look closely at the tragic dynamic between her and her father, we might be able to make a stretch here by speculating that her father may have suffered through some form of mental illness. Even if he was fed up with his daughter's behavior, why would he go through the effort of buying milk, which he knew she was allergic to, drag her out of school to go home, force her to drink the milk, and then attempt to strangle her to death, only to then take his own life? Is this implying that Milk-chan's mental illnesses are inherited? Alright, I'm done stretching here. Please, Nikita, just tell me if I got this one or not. I also didn't imagine I'd dive this deep into this specific ending, so if you felt I was on the mark, maybe you should check out the subscribe and like buttons on the bottom, or leave a comment sharing why you disagree. I'd appreciate the interaction either way. This stream ends with the super creature empathizing with Milk-chan by validating her struggles, and also giving her confidence to keep pressing forward in life because each day is precious. Do you get it? Do you get it? When you notice how people look themselves in the mirror, look at your own reflection and realize it exists in reality, do you get it? The next ending we'll cover is Everything is Fine, which is achieved by avoiding the first and second deaths, but all 5 fireflies must be found. In this one, Milk-chan is in a cycle of getting ready for school by staring at the mirror and wondering how the kids at school would treat her. She concludes with stating that there's nothing wrong with looking different, but after each cycle, it starts again with Milk-chan staring at a severely deformed face every time, eventually culminating with her staring at a blank face and stating that she feels wonderful, and in fact, cannot wait for her first day of school. She wakes up after the last cycle occurs, which is her staring at the back of her head in the reflection. So please tell me, mydream.com, tell me what this means. You are not facing the problems you have in your life, but you are hiding from the reality of things. A disfigured or blemished face, whether it be your own or someone else, means a false persona. If it is your face, you are trying to hide your appearance or someone is trying to bring you down. Okay, thanks. But on a serious note, the stream feels a little more straightforward. Milk-chan is attempting to create this facade to those around her that just isn't who she truly is. The more she tries to fit into this mold of social acceptance, the more she loses touch with herself, until she gets to the point where she doesn't even recognize herself anymore. Like, she is turning her back on her true inner personality. I mean, all of us on some level put up a front depending on the people we interact with. But I think what's unique in this case is how magnified Milk-chan's struggles are with trying to fit in with those around her. It's not so much a dream of self-awareness as with the other ones covered, but rather one which highlights Milk-chan's attempts to fit in with society and her overall dissatisfaction with herself. Last but not least, we have the Are We Friends ending. The deaths must be avoided, and all 5 fireflies must be found. However, the player also needed to have picked up the phone in the corner of the room, and this ending is the only one where the phone needs to be discovered to unlock. In this stream, Milk-chan engages in a text message dialogue with an automated ordering service for a pizzeria. At least I'm convinced it's automated because of the session timeout alert at the end of the dream. Can you imagine having this type of conversation and with a straight face listing the pizzeria's current special offers? Anyway, Milk-chan opens up about her racing thoughts, her feelings of loneliness, and her feelings of helplessness to change her situation. As this is happening, she takes a trip through the city and to the pizzeria where she's come face to face with a distressed cashier. Is it possible he was able to read the dialogue between Milk-chan and the ordering system in the hopes that she'd decide on a special offer to purchase? The commentary she shares throughout the dream is distinctly similar to the eerie scenes in her other dreams, which makes this ending feel like the story is coming full circle. And right before she awakens, Milk-chan sees a road sign that matches the symbol on her shirt. So in this dream, we get a better picture of her mental state as she is messaging this pizza delivery service. With her comments about feeling isolated and without purpose, it's likely that she's exhibiting behavior of someone who struggles with depression. But why text a pizza delivery service? Why not write in a journal or draw in the sketchbook she has in her room? Well, she has mentioned multiple times that she doesn't like being alone with her thoughts, so writing in a journal may help her process her emotions, but at the end of the day, there's no one around to read it. By texting this pizza delivery service, there is that off chance that maybe anyone out there might read it and give her a sense of human connection or validation. Even though she did that once before and was cyberbullied, she doesn't feel like she has anyone else who can understand her situation. And humans are social creatures after all, so there's going to be that tendency to reach out and find someone who sees us. In my research, I found a lot of people mentioning how this dream had the most quotes that just hit them deep, and boy, can I relate. I think what hit me the most was the road sign I mentioned earlier, which matches her shirt. In mathematics, that symbol represents an empty set. All of Milk-chan's dreams are interwoven with each other in some way, and I believe the developer achieved this in very creative and subtle ways. One dream represents how Milk-chan feels she is perceived by those around her. Another dream represents her desire to change and have this facade to be accepted by others, even if it means losing herself in the process. Yet another dream represents a traumatic moment in her life with cyberbullying, which further perpetuates her feeling of loneliness. The next dream provides more verbal confirmation of her feelings of depression, anxiety, and trauma. And lastly, the final dream is an allegorical representation of Milk-chan's struggles, but in addition adds the hope of moving forward because life has meaning and is worth continuing, even if it doesn't feel that way at the moment. I just love and appreciate how much depth both of these games have, so much so that I felt the original psychological analysis video I did on both games did not do it full justice. The endings themselves just deserved its own video, and I'm sure there's still so much more to cover, but hopefully this initiates some awareness into the deeper meanings and heavy endings, and although this might not, lights.
Well, okay, that was nice to look at. It was nice hearing different perspectives on it. I might even go on the Reddit and see what people are saying there about it, just because I want to hear what everyone's takes are and how they relate to these things. It's going to be from POV, from purely psychological side of things. Milk is her super idea, her obsession. She thinks that everything happens because of milk. I need to buy milk. I'm failing because of milk. Mom's going to be angry if I don't buy milk. Mom is angry because I drink milk. Dad jumped out the window because he bought milk that day. Milk is just milk, but not for her. Yeah, milk hits different for her. 100%.
How
It absolutely does.
swift life is. More in life. To
Okay.
cautiously hit the light.
Okay, yeah, that's it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, yeah, gamers. It is 2 a.m. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I'll be back streaming again later today. I don't know what though. Wait. What's today? Am I tripping? Okay, today's Sunday. I was trying to say, hold up, did I fuck around and do I have work today? But no, I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna go to bed. I appreciate you all for hanging out, for chilling with me, and helping me out with those endings and shit, bro. I really appreciate it. So with that, I'm just gonna dip. And I hope you boys have a good night. And I will see y'all on the next stream. Good night.